I want to talk to you for a few minutes about victims. Okay, there are victims in every society. There are victims of crimes. There are victims of child abuse. There are victims of spousal abuse. So we're familiar with victims. We ourselves might, at some point in our lives, have been victim to some set of circumstances or to somebody. And so with an orphan child, I look at this as someone who is an innocent victim. What do I mean by that? I mean, in our society, we look around at victims, we look at around at the ills of society, and they are certainly victims of circumstance, but they also played an active role in putting themselves in this situation. Now, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't help them. That doesn't mean that they don't have needs. That doesn't mean that they don't need someone to help pick them up out of their current circumstance. But looking at the situation of a child, of an orphan specifically, they're simply innocent victims. Now, I think that for me personally, there is more, that provides me more understanding. It might provide me more compelling reasons to step out and to provide assistance to an orphan child. So I want you to know, as I do, right? As I step out, as I maybe sacrifice time, treasure, maybe my talents, right? As I sacrifice those things in the care of an orphan child, I want you to know these children are innocent. They are not in their situation because they made a poor decision. They are not in their situation because of anything that they did. So God is calling us to care for His innocent, all right, His innocent ones. In our society, we might consider them victims. So you've read the scripture maybe, and Jesus mentions that the poor will always be among us. And certainly, if we look back to our orphan children thousands of years ago, there'll probably be orphan children to the end of days. However, that does not dismiss our responsibility to care for these innocent victims. So you can know in helping a child, right? You are doing something that God has put you in the place to do. You're doing something that God has provided this assignment for you to be a blessing to someone. You are doing something for a child that will actually return to you as a blessing. Like the story in the Good Samaritan, Jesus outlines who our neighbor is and also our responsibilities in loving our neighbor. Now, we don't know the circumstances behind the man in the ditch. We don't know, his role in the hard life that he created for himself, but it doesn't matter. We still have to turn and meet his need as our neighbor. Even more so with an innocent child, as we see the needs of these children around us, how much more then is it important for us to stop and turn and to care for these children?